Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's an important day. It's not just a day about history of Mary Magdalene. It's about the present day, what's happening on the earth, what's happening with women, with men, with children, with the young and the old, and everything in between, and how much we are loved no matter who we are or what we are and where we are in our spiritual path. So I welcome you, Rosaire. Thank you for bringing us because you're the one who reminded me yesterday. Today is the feast of Mary Magdalene. So thank you, Rosaire. And I don't know, for many of you may not know Rosaire Hall. She was in Shasta with us. And anyway, I've known Rosaire for, I don't know, a couple of years. We met in Italy. We met in Italy. We just happened to meet
Oh,
there.
we're fabulous.
Yeah, we just kind of sat across from each other and said, "Oh, I know you." And you said, "Who's Mary Magdalene?" to me. I remember that was one of the first words you said to me at that dinner, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, that dinner. Yes, yes. And Alice, dear, thank you for being here too, because Alice and I have known it, I don't know, years now. I'm not sure. We go back, well, actually, the three of us, we go back many
Many,
centuries. Many.
many times.
We are ageless together, and we travel these journeys together. And on these modern times, what we think is modern, even though we know all the times are right now, but still, as we're rising up for the divine feminine, it's a perfect time to bring into focus the feast of Mary Magdalene. So, Alice, thank you for joining me, and I know how connected you are also to all the Marys,
All the Marys.
and
Yes.
and even the Corn Maiden Mary.
Yes. All the divine feminine. Exactly. And they're all joining us here this today in celebration of the divine feminine and our strength and our strength and also our power, reminding us of who we are.
Yeah,
Yes.
who we are. And as we were sitting in quiet just before we started that record button, we felt the presence of many women
Mm-hmm.
wearing white, some of them white, but not all white. But the lineup, you guys that are here with us today, not just us, but all of us who invited. Yeah. So I know we've been thinking about this, what it means to have Mary Magdalene very present today. I believe it was 2016. Tell me if I'm wrong about this. Pope Francis decided to create a new holiday, from what I understand.
Yes. I believe you.
Okay, that's what I heard.
Okay.
But you can't believe everything you hear on the internet, but that's what I read. And I want to hear what you have to say. So, Rosia, would you mind starting us off a little bit about um,
Well, I would love to, and I'd love to start us with an intention, an invocation, um, only because, and mostly because Mary's the the kernel of her teaching is that all that we need to do for spiritual enlightenment is to go within. Everything we need is within ourselves, and it's our enlightenment is accepting that fact. So I have an intention that I always like to say. It's I open myself to the light that's within, the light which is love, the love which is truth. My mind and my ego bow humbly before the presence that I'm in. And I kind of start my meditations that way.
oh, that's beautiful.
Um, it is so important to understand that our source of strength is not something we grab on to from outside of ourselves. Our source of strength is that which we are and acknowledging that which we are, which is one with a higher source, whether you call the higher source God or Yahweh or Buddha, whatever it, whoever your higher source is, you are one with that source, because that source just comes in a lot of different names and a lot of different references that we can understand and have meaning in our lives with.
Hmm.
I think once we start there, I think I think we can tap into all sorts of resources to know who we are and to know how to live our lives.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, right. I love that, of course. Um, so
I
Alice,
have
we
so
don't.
much more to say, but I'm not
Oh,
going to just
I know, because I want to hear
monopolize.
about what's going on in the
Right.
world. How do we relate what even 2,000 years ago to now, the anger, the anxiety, and we've got a lot of that happening on Earth. But I believe what you're saying is we are one, when we move our, when we believe we are unity consciousness, then this whole thing about separation, people around the world, men, women, I mean, all that's going to go away. And then we will truly be a higher society, a higher living society into that ascended society. Oh, I mean, of course, one more step of ascension. It's not going to be the end all. Yeah. Yeah, so,
Oh,
Alice, do you want to share anything?
I like to share who Mary Magdalene was to us, is to us, and she was the one also that was the healer that Jeshua taught, so they can go side by side, healing, making little miracles everywhere. She also was very gifted with oils and plants. A lot of these beautiful. She was the master of making medicine, making her remedies out of natural uh, the oils, the remedies, the teas, and held and took it with her on her journey with Jeshua, and um, also was a teacher herself that we all seem to forget. She was also side by side, also teaching, and that is what he recognized her leadership and her strength, and made her a part of his disciples, because that's who she was, a leader that a lot of us didn't realize she was right side by side as teaching with him. And that's what he admired about her. He admired her strength. He admired her giving. And she's always from the heart. So that's one of the things that I remember about our beautiful uh, Mary Magdalene. I have a gorgeous picture of.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Hold it up a little more and just hold it up a little bit higher.
there we go.
Yeah. She's holding a chalice.
She's holding the chalice, the Holy Grail there. And
Yeah.
yes. Oh, she also, like I said, she also was side by side working uh, with Joshua, who again, right here, she's doing healing. And that's what I love about these beautiful these cards are the mystic of Madeline, and they're
Uh-huh.
just absolutely gorgeous. They tell her story and her life and her giving and her gifts.
I love that. And
Yeah,
I don't think people, or maybe you don't know, or maybe you forget,
yeah.
when after the crucifixion,
Mhm.
Jesus
Yes.
died, uh, she was the first person
Hmm.
he revealed himself to.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of skepticism and disbelief that Jesus would reveal himself to Mary and maybe not to the, one of the higher up apostles, maybe not Peter. So there was a lot of doubt. And she brought them. She gave them the evidence that they needed. that Jesus had risen, and then Jesus did appear to them all. So he chose her to as the spark at the time of his that of the resurrection, which to me is Jesus's resurrection is that we never die. And that's what he showed us, that we never die. Our spirit is this forever. And that's the special part of Mary for me, because she was the one worthy
Yes,
of the love.
exactly.
Yes.
She would hold the truth. And I was reading she brought an egg to the great emperor then in Rome. Did you know that about the egg? So I brought this egg, and what happened is because he didn't believe her when she told him the story. And she said, well, so I think she said, well, let's watch the egg turn red. And so as she handed it to him and people witnessed, the egg turned red. And then he believed her. That's how he decided to believe her, because the egg turned red before his eyes. And then he allowed her. I mean, I can't even believe people, you have to ask permission to share to do your missionary work, but that's what he did. That's I didn't even know that recent until just recent about that story.
It's
Yeah,
very
and also she was came up from a wealthy family. She was not a prostitute. This whole thing about
uh-huh.
making women dirty or whatever, she actually supported financially Jesus's travels and many of the apostle travels.
Exactly.
And several of the women did this. They financially supported their teachings and their travels. Yeah,
Until they got in the way and wanted actually to have a voice
yeah,
in what
and
was going on in this tiny little bird nest of a religious philosophy. Uh, they women were kind of Mary was cast in the role of a whore,
yeah.
and that just made it easier. And Mary Mother, she was of course cast in the role of the pure. She was so, and she always will hold that position. But I
Hmm.
think that the big picture is that it was all about love. It was about a mother's love. It was about a woman's love. It was about what if you accept this theological road ahead to enlightenment, then you need to know that it's all about love. And um, I think that no matter how you believe, if you let love be the guiding energy in your life, all the questions you have will be answered.
Hmm.
That's what I
Hmm.
believe.
Yeah.
I believe so many things, Alice.
So
Yes.
many things, so many, right?
Right.
Uh, yeah, because that's who we are. We are love. If we can understand that that's what we are, and there's nothing else, then we've got, but of course, that's the society that teaches us otherwise. It's so when we move away from our heart and into leaning on society, just like you say, Rosaire, when we go into that external world and decide to get our kudos from external sources, then that's where we falter. And also, my message recently is about devotion. I'm talking about just in the last couple of days when I've been thinking about her. It's shit like renew your devotion. And it's not devotion to a higher being, it's devotion to love, it's devotion to our own soul, spending time with our own soul. And I think, as you guys know, I've been in a little bit of a recovery thing. And I think this is time where I can spend hopefully some devotion to just that and
Yes.
be and resting.
Rest.
Mhm. Okay, I'll share this, Alice. I told Kim that she should spend the weekend because she's supposed to rest on her back and meditating and just not heal and not to move. I don't think she paid any attention, but
No,
I
oh my
don't
goodness.
think
I
so.
know. It's on my to-do list to do that, to be better at
Yeah.
that. I'll get there. Um, and let's see. Now, I know, Rosaire, you had something to share about anger and what's happening in the world. Would you mind? Can you?
I would love to. I'd love
Okay.
to use the source, which is a book written by Megan Watterson. Watterson, there's the book,
Mary
and
Magdalene.
it's Mary Magdalene Revealed. Megan is a scholar. She has a whole. You can look her up. She's all about Mary Magdalene,
Mhm.
and she I think she teaches at Harvard. So she's done a lot of research into a gospel of Mary Magdalene that was lost. It's an incomplete gospel, but there's a lot to it. And this book is kind of based on her travel through life and the translated gospel of Mary Magdalene. So in prepare when Kim told me about this, I thought, well, I got to start. I have to. There's something I should focus on. And this past couple weeks have been a lot of angst about what's going on in the world, a lot of anger as a result of, I've been slipping from being upset to being angry. So last night I was reading and I came across this passage in this book and I felt it was really, really relevant. Part of there's a journey that Mary talks about, um, and it's traveling through the darkness to the light, really. And she talks about anger, and she said, um, "Anger in the face of injustice is an act of love. It is the statement of unifying ourselves with a stranger and saying." I won't let you be treated as I would not want to be treated myself. Anger can be motivating and unifying. As the mystic William Blake relates, the voice of honest indignation is the voice of God. When I read that, it hit me because I always feel that when I get angry about things, it's a failure on my part. I'm not living up to what I should be living up to. But this kind of said, okay, anger's okay because you should be indignant about certain things, and you should not strike out in anger, but you should let your voice be heard because there's something that needs to be said. So that was very, very powerful. The other thing is that I have a right to be angry, but not to spread it. We know that hurt people. And this is a source of compassion as we can access when we need relief from our anger. So I kind of like that. Hurt people do hurt people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, this journey is all about uh, raising our energy levels so that the work we do here in this world has a positive effect.
Yes. The legacy.
So,
We're going to leave back at the
mhm.
legacy. And so I drew a card this morning, and it's called The True Human. I am fully human and fully divine. And this is one of those cards that it matches the book, right? The Mary Magdalene, I don't
Right.
know. Yeah. I am
Yes, I
truly human and truly divine. And so these to be human, right? We have to have all of our emotions. So I think that's important that we understand that we are perfect just as we are. And I love that we can be angry because, oh my gosh, that's so important.
right.
That's big. That's meaningful to me, Rozier.
Well, I have to tell you, before we started today, I pulled a card from my Magdalene Oracle,
Uh-huh.
and it's Revelation. And I don't think if I had planned it, it could have been a better card. So it says, "You will soon find the answer you seek. Sit quietly, bring your focus to your breath, and meditate. Pay attention to what you feel in your heart. The answer will surface from within. It is understandable that the current circumstances creating anxiety and stress in your life. It is human nature to want to make sense of everything in our lives. However, don't waste your energy trying to figure everything out logically, for this will only cause further confusion. Trust the loving guidance within you and know that all unfolds in perfect time. All will fall into place over the coming 2 months. And one such a
The coming
message as
2 months? Two
months. That's
months?
what it says. That's what this card said. 2 months.
What?
But I think that it's the going within and
Uh,
not the without. I mean, I get addicted to to being, in this community, and that's kind of going without, and that's good because I find many like-minded people that really speak to what I need spoken to,
uh-huh.
and but really, it's the answers are within. The
Yeah.
strength the strength of the source is from without, but the answers are within
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
by not looking to other people. So that was my
Yeah.
card.
I
I love
love
that.
that.
2 months.
2 months. Okay, we're looking forward to
Oh,
that.
really? So good.
Yeah. Alex, did you draw any cards today? Well, you're on mute though, dear.
I drew a card and it's Rhythm of the Heart.
I just drew
Rhythm
that
of
card too. Wait a minute. Wait
the
a
Heart.
minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I also drew that.
Rhythm of the Heart. And for me, that means exactly what Rosaire was saying. It's all within our heart. The beat of the heart is within us, and the truth is within us. And all we need to do is to believe. That's the card I
Oh,
drew.
oh my gosh. That's yeah. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll read my message today, which just kind of goes with this, I think.
Okay.
Um, the confusion left on humanity. Please listen and feel your own heart. The records written or left out in history do not reflect the truth, the light. Remember, there is no judgment, and the act of judging Mary is not of the light. That's your first clue. The act of placing her below men, that is not of the light. There is actually no hierarchy of male, female in source. Both are one with the same light. It is a figment of men's imagination that a woman would be a prostitute and dirty and needing demons removed. They worked as equal partners in the teachings of love. Love does not judge. Love does not cast shadow. Love does not allow the mind to clutter the heart with the lies of men rulers. Love does none of that. It embraces the truth of our souls. All are loved equally. Um, Use this day for yourself. Remember your own light. Do not place me on a pedestal. Place the love that you are in the light of all creation. Take your place in the hall of love. Humans have been oppressed for far too long. It is the time of the rising human self. We are all one, brothers and sisters of the light. Give the gift of love to yourself. Uh, Your role is celebrated in heaven as much as all of us. Continue your work and studies of what you have studied, and it will go on into the forever. And that was my message today, but it just matches what we've talked about.
Yes, that was beautiful, Kim. Love that message.
Yeah.
She's for me,
It-
Mary Magdalene. Well, both Marys. I mean, I'm more used to calling in Mother Mary, but I know now. I mean, they're just really so entwined. You
Right.
know, they come as a team. They're as a team,
Absolutely.
and that whole. Even though we're focusing on the divine feminine, it is, but it because we need it. We need because this is what the world needs now to remember the power of that
Mhm.
and the unity of all, really. But I have to say, Alice, that I know as a healer, because last night I was in a little healing circle, and somebody I'm giving the, I'm having many opportunities to receive healing lately. And so they were saying, "Oh, Mary Magdalene's here." She said, "You've got this, you've got it." And I
Yeah.
think as us as healers, and many women who are healers, and if we could just own that,
Yeah,
we own it. And Allison, you embody that so beautifully, being the humble servant, the humble healer, you know, uh, gosh, I'm just so glad that you're here. Both of you guys. I'm just so glad we get to share this.
we are blessed that we have you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well,
Uh,
I'm just the brave. I don't know. I guess I'm a little, I don't know what it is. Am I brave? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but maybe I don't care. Do I? I just think it's important. I don't care what the standards are.
I think that I think that the message that I heard you read was why the thought the what came to my mind, Kim, was why would you think we would desert you now?
Yes.
Why would you ever doubt that you would not we would not be with you for your highest and best self?
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. Yes. I know.
We stand close to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's love for ourselves when we say yes. Whatever I go through, I know I'm not going through this alone. I think it's a message. Who's ever listening, I think it's a message, such a good message that to take to heart that you're not alone, that you have this resource that you haven't been allowed to use. You've been told to look outside of yourself,
Mhm.
but you were actually born with it.
Yeah. I know. And it's just waking up
Yeah.
again, right? Our hearts are
The
just getting
spirit,
bigger and
right?
bigger.
Or whenever the spirit entered, whenever you believe it's okay, whenever that spirit entered that human form and life began.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. And this is such a great way to celebrate her and us, not just her, but us.
Us.
I was reading like, what other things we do? We can, because she put myrrh on, I think it was on Jesus's feet, I believe. And
Right.
she oils, we can always
Oils.
put some rose geranium oil, or spices. We could have spiced tea, chai tea. We could make spice muffins if you want. So there's lots of little things, whatever works for you. Maybe we think, oh, I've got my heart, my beautiful rose
Oh, wow.
heart. Isn't that nice?
It's beautiful.
Think of this, and maybe what it would represent for all of us.
Yeah.
I have a cute story.
Yeah.
So I was in Chiesa with Kim and with Alice, and it was wonderful. And there's a wonderful store in Chiesa that every kind of crystal gem that you ever would think of, and some that I never even knew existed, exists there. So I brought all these polished, unpolished stones back, crystals. And I have grandchildren and I have daughters. And I said, okay, you just have to touch them and find the ones that talk to you. You know what? I don't have any crystals or gems left. They all disperse. I have the one that Alice gave me and that Kim gave me, and that's just about it. All the other ones are because they would feel them. They go, oh, well, we all feel this one, so we really need to take this one. I mean, and I have to tell you, they're all like 13 and under, so it's not like these are adults, except for my daughters. But it's it's like you find what speaks to you, and honestly, changing the subject a little bit into having crystals into your meditation or into your self, you realize there's a power associated with them that can be utilized, can elevate your energy when you use them. So I love your very elevating. Is that rose quartz, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
I know it's nice
beautiful.
and heavy. I mean, you can see how big it is. That's pretty big.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew, this is not 10 pounds though. Thank goodness I can still lift it. But yes,
I love it. I love it.
wonderful. Yeah, you guys. What else, Alice? Do you have anything else you want to share with us?
All I'm going to do is share the fact that our Mary Magdalene is an equal to us. That's what she wants us to be. She wants us to hold hands. She doesn't want us to put her in a pedestal, but be as one with her. Our sister is what I got. That's the message I received. And that's lovely because she's so humble. She's just down to earth, humble. And that's lovely.
I know. Down to earth, humble.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I know. Wow, you guys. Oh, is there anything else before we close?
We should open it up to the people that watch this and see if they have questions when the time comes. I think this was wonderful. I really appreciate you doing this, Kim.
Yes,
Oh, I think me too. Me too. I wish I could do it every week. This has been awesome. I know. Truly. I'm so blessed, you guys. And aren't we lucky to have each other, to have the community to share this with, and the support that we have all together from the spirit world, from the earth people.
I love our community. It's so giving. Yes.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Blessings.
Thank you.
Blessings to you,
Thank you.
Kim. Alice, so good to see you.
Good to see you.
Stay safe on the West Coast.